insists that she was single when she met Harry. However, Tom Bower's book says that Meghan Markle was still living with her Canadian ex when she met Prince Harry.
Amid the glamour and illusion of their status, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seem to have forgotten that they no longer play a central role in the British royal family. Given their controversial decisions and choice to distance themselves from the royal family, it is ironic that the couple would require police protection funded by British taxpayers. Do they really deserve this special favor when they themselves have given up the privileges and responsibilities that royalty brings? In a context where public finances are under pressure, the public request for protection only shows Harry and Meghan's delusion and lack of awareness of reality. To many, this is not only an unreasonable demand, but also a clear demonstration of the loss of their sense of responsibility and fairness to the British public. Meghan wants blacked-out vehicles and bodyguards and motorcades and rooftop snipers so everyone will realize how important she is. Important as what is a mystery. She has no job, no skills. She is not a diplomat or a humanitarian or a philanthropist. She is trite and stupid, and sailing around on yachts to entertain fat billionaires and sheikhs doesn't make her a world traveler. She doesn't need protection. Everyone needs protection from her. As a private citizen who no longer lives in the UK to have government funds via the taxpayer police security, he lives in the US where the Constitution allows its citizens to carry firearms. The UK does not allow for that. So how he thinks he's in more danger being in the UK where the right to carry firearms is not lawful, thus requiring highly trained security, whilst in the UK is an absolute farce. He's an entitled wastrel who expects the world to revolve around him and have anything he demands. It's time he grew up and reread the agreement he made with the late Queen when he and his trollop did not want to work for the royal family and make a fortune in the US as so-called celebs. It's ridiculous. He wanted to be just Harry. He is entitled to every degree of security that any citizen of the US gets. Unless he is a public servant, the president, vice president, member of Congress, etc., he is no more entitled to have taxpayer-funded security than Johnny Green or Jane Brown. Next, we will have every millionaire rock star, celebrity, actor, etc. demanding taxpayer money for their needs. If the Sussexes get it, why shouldn't the Kardashians or Travis Kelce or Serena Williams get it? Those celebrities have earned their money on the field, screens, tennis courts, etc., and are known for that. Not for an accident of birth or a fortuitous marriage. Writing the male equivalent of a mommy dearest doesn't entitle Harry to taxpayer funds, in which case every salacious tell-all author can demand protection. Because in reality, I don't believe there is any risk to the couple or their children. Perhaps a crowd gathering to boo their return to the UK, acting as if they are vital members of an institution they have criticized and condemned, almost since they stepped back from royal duty. I think over the years they have shown that they don't really draw much of a crowd wherever they go because, while she still uses his title in every breath she takes, few are actually taken in by her attempts to remain regal and relevant. They earned it after all of their insane and idiotic behavior. They will be booed with or without protection, possibly even a single egg, and some fervent royalist elderly will threaten violence. But it should be noted that during large crowd gatherings, there will be plenty of police, additional close protection personnel, and serious all-around security. If they wish to go visit friends, they, like the rest of the royals, can drive themselves or pay for whatever kind of security they desire. However, if they desire daily 5 minutes of fame by visiting charities or institutions for PR and Netflix footage, it is up to them to weigh the risk. They understand that they are generally loathed and will be heckled. I would definitely advocate keeping a low profile, but Meghan will want notoriety and to play the victim. I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted to cause a commotion so she could blame everyone but herself. Incidentally, I am confident that King Charles and William will be briefed if there are any intelligence reports of a threat to the evil duo. It was a good line, but none of us have fallen for it. Any unexpected visit he made was not one which caused any excitement. It was a relief to see him disappear above the clouds into his own cuckoo land. No disrespect to our friends in California. His own cuckoo land, his own imaginary menagerie of chickens, henpecked wooden benches, throne rooms, and separate bedrooms. What a world he lives in now. This is what it has all come down to. People say that only the husband or wife is bad, but for this family, both husband and wife are bad. Such a beautiful couple. Will Harry and Meghan Markle survive? Given Meghan's repeated mistreatment of others, I would argue that they have little chance of survival. Sadly, and terribly sad, Meghan Markle has a history of mistreating people. She abandoned her father to die without ever seeing her or his grandchild again. She abandoned most of her family members minus her mother. She ditched several friends after she became famous. She treated her first husband so badly that her best friend refused to ever speak to her again. She refuses to help her severely impoverished nephew despite being a multimillionaire. She did nothing to help her homeless brother, and she treated her staff so terribly that more than 7 of them did. And honestly, if a little distance and time apart in her previous marriage was all the hardship she needed to run for the hills and dump her first spouse, in a very nasty and heartless way, may I add, it doesn't stand a chance. Royal marriages have historically been difficult to maintain. It takes immense determination, grace under pressure, and far more than simply love to stay together. Royal duties may be extremely difficult and stressful, and more often than not, both couples end up calling it quits due to the obligations placed on them by their people. If Meghan lost up on her first true love so easily because he couldn't make the time to spend every waking moment with her, the marriage is doomed, not because of anything Harry has done, but because Meghan's vision of a royal marriage is all play and no work. Royal marriages are not fairy tales. It is difficult labor that requires a great deal of sacrifice, and as we all know, she abandons people as soon as they are no longer useful to her. Honestly, based on her actions thus far, when the honeymoon feeling fades and things become difficult, I believe she will dump him, play the victim card, probably even the race card, and make millions on interviews and TV shows. There is also clear evidence that Meghan cheated on her boyfriend, Corey Vitellio, with Prince Harry. Meghan and Corey were still dating in May of 2016. In an interview with Harry, they both stated that they met in July of 2016, presumably shortly after Meghan and Corey split up. But Meghan accidentally revealed in an interview that she met Prince Harry in May 2016, while still dating Corey. She was still seeing her boyfriend when she met Prince Harry at an Invictus Games inauguration. Not only has Meghan admitted that she met Harry while still dating Corey, but 2 other sources have come forward to confirm this. So, no, I don't think it will endure, though I wish Harry all the happiness in the world. But I believe Markle is just concerned with herself and her fame, and as history has shown, she abandons her friends, spouse, and family when they are no longer useful to her. Meghan has now persuaded Harry to relocate to California, where divorce courts are known for always handing women favorable divorce settlements. When Harry's divorce is finalized, she will receive half of his net wealth plus some. Don't say I did not warn you. Basically, Meghan will never get rid of Harry. He's too valuable in terms of his royal connection and her now royal children, despite hating the royals. Meghan is a loose cannon. Inconsistent and not dependable on any level whatsoever, she just rolls on from one thing to another in life. Her kids are her aces and Harry's connection to royalty. She will tire of him and move on, but the drama it brings throughout her life will delight her no end, and I will simply pray for Harry. He's stuffed up big time. Yes, she is making him look ridiculous, a petty baby with huge issues, always so. His jealousy of his brother is nothing new, but I suspect coupled with Meghan's jealousy of Catherine, it has become an obsession. Harry is being pimped out to make money by his wife and the need to maintain a lifestyle they cannot afford. They are forced to pay for joke awards to get media attention. He has a job he is woefully unqualified to hold without his family ties. He makes ridiculous speeches that make him a laughing stock, and he demands to be equal to him even in royal family situations when she is just the wife of Harry, not a princess or senior royal. He thought he was going to be the king of Hollywood with his own celeb court, but is still using borrowed planes to swan around the world as his few wealthy friends take pity on him and his rapidly diminishing status. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.